we're not going to be in Poppy's room today. It's a bit untidy, isn't it, Poppy?
No,
okay.
that's not.
So we have manoeuvred ourselves to Poppy's chosen position at the end of our bed. Now, I did get a telling off from Lauren who said that she shut this down if the room looked untidy as well. Okay, so are we happy with it, Pop? Yeah, sure. We're happy with it. Okay, right. Wisdom Wednesday. Do say hi if you're checking in to follow this. Oh, what have I done there?
Hi, MP
hand. Okay, so Wisdom Wednesday. We are reading currently the... on the side. Okay. We are reading currently The Empty Hand, a karate word book. And we've got a couple of pages here where I'll be honest, because it's a long time since I've even read this book, if I even read it fully anyway. And notice the crazy hair. Yeah, crazy hair week. Maybe some people watching could enlighten us on this. So excuse if my pronunciation isn't quite right. But we're all here to learn a little bit. And I've said before, there's a lot of meaning in the karate, more than just the kicking and punching, isn't there, Poppy? Okay.
Yes.
And there's lots of words that have greater meaning. So let's start with what is senpai? Senpai. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm getting the pronunciation right there. I did do a bit of Japanese a little while back. Shout out to Sashio, Yori, Nori and Yuki's mum, if not Mario, if she was to ever catch this. Okay. Sen is a combined meaning character. The bottom part represents a human head seen from above. The top part is a footprint in front of the head. Together they express the meaning ahead, before or preceding. And then Hai, Senpai, Hai, is a phonic character. The bottom part is a chariot seen from above, which is a car in the centre, descended by an axle. The wheels are attached to each side. The top means lined up and also indicates the character's pronunciation. Together they express the meaning a group of people. Alright, so that's the ideogram, or however you would call it, character. So what is senpai? Karate traditions call upon you to show a great amount of respect to students who have been studying at your school for longer than you have. These students are called your senpai. If you think of the relationship between you and your karate teacher, or sensei, which we did in a previous chapter page, as similar to that between a child and parent, then you should consider your senpai, yeah, we're going to go senpai, to be more like your older siblings. Your sensei is your elder, not just in karate, but in all aspects of life. As such, you should show your sensei the utmost respect, while your senpai is also your senior. He or she precedes you only in relationship to a particular discipline, in this case karate. While you must still treat your senpai with the appropriate respect and courtesy, this difference makes him or her more approachable. The first ideogram in senpai is the same as in sensei, namely sen, which means to precede or to lead. The second ideogram, ha, pronounced pa in this case, means a group of people. A senpai, therefore, is a colleague who precedes you within a group.
Daddy,
Yes, Poppy.
we're going to do this.
Okay. Alright, you go for it. A good senpai will not hesitate to give you individual helping in your training, in addition to the instruction you receive from your sensei. The senpai, who is still a student like yourself, may at times be in a better position to understand your difficulties and frustrations. If you feel you have found a good senpai, you should be able to seek that person's assistance in solving any problems you may have in your study of karate. Depending on the traditions of your particular karate school, there may be times when you are required to recognise a senpai's seniority. When you bow, for example, you may not be allowed to raise your head upright until your senpai has done so, or you may be asked to clean up after practice. While your senpai showers and leave ahead of you, as in you've got to tidy up before you leave while they tidy up. In Japan, there are even instances when junior students are required to launder their senpai's uniforms, though you will probably not see anything like that going on in the West. While you may not look favourably on such obligations, keep in mind that these are opportunities to express your humility as well as your respect for the traditions of the school. Furthermore, the senpai are not without their responsibility toward you either. The relationship between senpai and kohai or juniors is always reciprocal. Very interesting. Hello Lewis, Ashton family, whoever's joining us. Do say hi, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying these talks. This is a really interesting and further depth to the understanding of the tradition of martial arts. The West where we live in, we have traditions. We have traditions in our dojo and codes of respect and everything else. But there are certain particulars that we may not follow as much. Purely a cultural thing, I believe. Okay, purely a cultural. It would be not lost as wrong way. It's just not necessarily found within certain. But there's certain things here that I think we could start to incorporate, and maybe even if we just incorporate into the advanced grades, and then we can start to filter it down through. Okay, right. You sit up. You're making me giddy. Sit up. All right. I'll have the card, and let's get your meditative state and just relax. Okay. Right, what is Kohai? Ko is a combined meaning character. On the left is a picture of a road. The top right is a picture of knotted thread, meaning connection. Below that is an element depicting a footprint facing backward. Together they express the meaning following behind, after or later. Hai is a phonic character. The bottom is a chariot seen from above, Kohai. So we're mixing a few different words there. So I'd already the express meaning a group of people. I'd already mentioned that on the last page. Okay, is that Charlie Britton? Oh, long time no see, Charlie. Hope you're keeping well. So what is Kohai? Well. You're you're delayed, love. Lauren's trying to crash in on our Wisdom Wednesday here. Hello, Lauren.
Yes, hello.
Right, sit back. People, listening to the story here at home. What is Kohai? While junior students are required to treat senior students with proper courtesy and respect, senior students are obliged to live up to the respect paid to them. As you continue in your studies of karate, you will see that new students are constantly enrolling in your school. These students who have studied karate for a shorter time than you are called your kohai, and your responsibilities towards them are considerable. Kohai is written with the ideograms ko, which means behind or follow, and hai, as pronounced pai, which means a group. A kohai is a colleague who follows you within the group. The traditional relationship between the senpai, the senior members of an organisation, and their kohai is very much alive in many areas of Japanese society, not just the martial arts. The tennis club at a junior high school, for instance, may stipulate that new members must collect the balls after the senpai practice. The kohai may not even be allowed to practice themselves until they have put in a period of No, don't you jump in now. Obligatory service or apprenticeship. When members of an organisation live together, such as company dormitories, boarding schools or training camps for sports teams, the Kohai will often be assigned menial daily chores such as cooking, cleaning and laundry. Sit here. While you might conclude that your hardships are over as soon as you have some Kohai to look after you, the Senpai also have their own obligation to fulfill for the benefit of Kohai. Taking another example from Japan, if a karate team goes out for a meal after hard practice or day of competition, the Senpai are usually responsible for paying for the meal, as well as making sure each of their Kohai is going home with a full belly. What's that? How do I say that? Alumin, is that right? Alumni. Whoa, my reading's terrible. Of the team, also Senpai. How'd you get to that? Are also often called upon to donate funds to the team and show support at important tournaments, even if this means taking a day off of work. It may be too much to expect students of karate outside of Japan to undertake such traditional social obligations, but the unchanging and primary duty of the senpai in any country or culture is to keep his or her kohai motivated. You can fulfill this duty by offering individual instruction when the teacher is not available, or by offering words of encouragement to kohai experiencing difficulty mastering a particular technique. The senpai must always be vigilant, because the position of power senpai has over his kohai can be very easily abused. Hazing, sexual harassment or other abuses of authority have no place in the senpai-kohai relationship or the practice of karate. So we do finish there with something, obviously a little bit more of a stronger tone. But some of these words we may not use in our general week-to-week training. Hello, Sam, if you're joining us.
Hello.
In our weekly day-to-day karate. And as it said there, they're traditional and social obligations of Japanese culture, which don't really fit with ours and can be a bit out of place if you're expecting people, especially financially and things, to be involved when it's not socially how we interact. However, both of these things, for instance, everyone has and will experience at the dojo training with a senpai, training with someone other than the instructor who will help you teach you something. And you as a senpai should be respecting your kohai when it comes to sparring, assisting them and everything else. Okay, so do let us know. Oh, who else have we got? Lloyd, hello. Do let us know if you're enjoying these Wisdom Wednesdays. Okay, I think Poppy's taking it on and enjoying it. If nothing more, she's being exposed to it. Next week we've got a couple of words again that I'm not overly familiar with, so I look forward to picking them up with you next week. Okay, we've got to leave the dormitory now because it's Lauren's personal yoga time, and good night everyone. Peace out. How do you know how to stop it?